World of Matchups continues to break down our National Football League teams for the offseason moving into the 2022-2023 season. Today, we will break down the Cincinnati Bengals, who found their way into the Super Bowl last year after an epic postseason run, beating the Kansas City Chiefs, put up a spirited fight versus the Los Angeles Rams, but ended up on the wrong side of the coin. So, Joe Burrow's ice cold. Zach Taylor and Joe Burrow have something going on in Cincinnati. They are no longer your perennial losers. This is a double-digit win team every year moving forward right now. Jamar Chase on one side, T. Higgins on the other side, Tyler Boyd underneath. They've got weapons everywhere. Joe Mixon is a stud. I've been telling y'all for a while, Joe Mixon is better than people think. As long as he's on the field, that slow prodding offense that they like to use, get the lead, sit on the ball. All this guy needs to do is catch a few more passes, and I start thinking that he's in the elite running backs in the National Football League. I like what this team has done in the offseason. They've gone out of their way, and they've addressed their Achilles heel, which is the offensive line. They gave up 9 sacks in the divisional round in the AFC playoffs to the Titans. They gave up 7 sacks in the Super Bowl. If they give up a couple left sacks in either one of those games, who knows? We could be calling them Super Bowl champions right now. And so they get 3 new starters on the line. This is going to be really good. So a couple things about Joe Burrow. His career can go one of 2 ways here. He could be Dan Marino, get to the Super Bowl early, never go back, or he could be Tom Brady. Now, it remains to be seen how this is going to play out, but I think they're finally starting to understand that you have to win the game in the trenches, and you just cannot have your franchise quarterback running for his life. This guy has to get better protection than the president, and I think this is what they've attempted to do. Getting Lyle L. Collins, this is enormous. You need meat on the line. Joe Burrow cannot be getting picked up off the turf 6, 7, 8 times a game. That's just ridiculous. You have paid this guy a boatload of money. He's the face of your franchise, and I think Zach Taylor and company have got it right here. I like what they're doing. They've been a little inconsistent last year. They got hot at the right time and found their way back into the playoffs, into the Super Bowl. Do I think that will be the case for them this year? I do not. The AFC is just so stacked. You still have teams like Kansas City. Buffalo's coming in hot. The LA Chargers have gotten a whole lot better. So have the Raiders. So have the Broncos. There's just so much heavy-duty competition. It's a murderer's row every single week. I think it could be the type of thing where we're looking at Joe Burrow years from now more like Dan Marino than like Tom Brady. But there's no denying that the boy is ice cold. I think that DCs around the league are going to take a look at how they pressed Joe Burrow last year, because when they blitzed him, Jamar Chase was up the field for 90 yards over and over and over, and I think they're going to bring safeties up this year. I think they're going to make the necessary adjustments now that they have had time to really look at how this team went about their business last year. But I like what they've done. They're a good, solid team. Who day all day. They're no longer, the Bungles. Like, you have to go into this playing this team with a solid game plan, and you have to be able to score points. They're going to be aggressive. Getting rid of Marvin Lewis years ago was the best thing that this team ever did, and now that they're understanding that you have to build a team from the inside out, I think they're going to be in better shape. They went out and they signed Daxton Hill. They're getting some strong safety help. We know that Eli Apple is a bum, but they gave him another year. Defense isn't their strong suit, but they do have some nice defensive players. And look, the bottom line is that this is a young team. This is a young team. They're hungry, and they're going to try to go out and to prove everyone that last year was not a fluke. And it's going to be really interesting to see how it lines up now that they are going to be the hunted rather than the hunter. Tomorrow's off-season breakdown, we will talk about the LA Chargers. Once again, you're watching World of Matchups. You can find us at grabit.com and YouTube for all necessary, pertinent information on the National Football League. See you guys tomorrow. Enjoy.